I get it that for the Democrats, this was a brutal loss. But the plan to deal with it has to be something better than stay in a snit and take advantage of this magical time of year to cut people off. The Huffington Post has articles like, "My husband voted for Trump, so I'm canceling Thanksgiving and Christmas." Oh, gee, not having to buy you a present. That'll teach him. There's even a trend now among liberal women of wearing blue bracelets to signal that they're Kamala voters and therefore safe to approach and talk to, because God forbid you fall into some checkout line chit-chat with, gasp, a Republican. And many young women are now also pledging never to have sex with any man who voted for Trump. Really? That's your big plan? Embargoing the...
You know, every year around this time we hear the same comforting line. The holidays are about love, family, and togetherness. Sounds great for about 5 minutes. Or at least until Aunt Karen finds out who you voted for. Because apparently nothing says peace on earth like cutting off your brother because he wore a red hat 9 years ago. But before we slide too far down the Christmas chimney, hit that like button and subscribe. Not just because it helps the channel, but because you're gonna want to hear this one. Bill Maher recently went off on this whole cut off your Trump-supporting family trend, and his takedown of the left's holiday hysteria was equal parts hilarious and painfully accurate. So here's the setup. Democrats took a brutal loss. And instead of breathing, regrouping, or, I don't know, baking some cookies, a bunch of people decided the mature response was to cancel Thanksgiving and Christmas. No, seriously. Actual Huffington Post articles proudly said things like, "My husband voted for Trump, so I'm canceling Thanksgiving and Christmas." Oh, lovely. Nothing says marriage goals like punishing your spouse with cold turkey and silent nights. What's next? Changing the Wi-Fi password because he didn't vote blue enough, and it gets weirder. There's now a trend where liberal women wear blue bracelets to signal they're safe. Meaning Kamala voters, as if Whole Foods is some underground resistance bunker where you must avoid Republicans at all costs. And my favorite, young women pledging to never date, or even consider dating, anyone who voted for Trump. Really? That's your grand feminist stand? No dates unless he passes a political background check? Forget chemistry or shared values, the new love language is your voting record. But let's pause, because Maher actually hit something real. He basically said, "Can we please not let politics screw up the holidays?" And honestly, he nailed it. Half the country's sulking, the other half's gloating, and meanwhile Christmas is in the corner like, "Hey, remember me? The holiday that's supposed to be about joy." Christmas used to be about family, laughter, and pretending you remembered batteries for the kids' toys, not political trench warfare. It was the one time we could turn off the noise and enjoy each other before the internet convinced us to hate each other. Now every dinner table doubles as a debate stage, and yeah, Maher didn't just call out liberals, he hit the right too. Like that Ohio sheriff who proudly posted, "If you support the Democratic Party, I will not help you."
Is anybody with me on this? I mean, half the country is moping, half can't stop gloating. Enough! It's f***ing Christmas and you will act like it. 'Tis the season and all that. I don't want to read any more articles like the one about the Trump-loving county sheriff in Ohio who posted on Facebook before the election, "If you support the Democratic Party, I will not help you." Well, thank you.
Wow. Truly the spirit of service. To protect and swerve, apparently. Since when did helping people become optional based on their voter registration? And then there's the FEMA supervisor in Florida who allegedly told his team not to help homes with Trump signs after Hurricane Milton. Seriously? Disaster relief isn't supposed to come with political screening. Floods don't care who you voted for, and neither should the people showing up to help. Maher was right. This garbage needs to stop on both sides.
No wonder the side of your patrol car says to protect and swerve. Hey, asshole, it's your job to help people, all people, not just the ones you agree with. And I would say the same to the FEMA supervisor in Florida who told the rank and file relief workers after Hurricane Milton to avoid helping homes with Trump signs on their lawns. This shit has got to stop on both sides.
And that brings us to the heart of it. We've forgotten that underneath all the politics and shouting, we're still human beings. We're all just trying to live our lives, pay our bills, and get through one meal without arguing about the Electoral College. Maher told a story about a liberal couple from Brooklyn who moved upstate and were surrounded by Trump voters. At first, they expected pitchforks and mega chants. But when their car got stuck in the snow, it was the Trump guy down the street who showed up with a shovel. No hesitation. No political test. Just basic human decency. The wife later admitted she realized how much political prejudice she'd been carrying, prejudice that's become almost fashionable in her circles.
This is America. I want to be judged by the content of my character, not what's on my lawn. There's a great article that came out in the Free Press this year by someone who learned this firsthand. It's called Whatever Happens, Love Thy Neighbor. And it tells of how a married couple, who are exactly the portrait of a liberal white couple living in Park Slope, Brooklyn that you would expect, wind up moving upstate and then are surrounded by Trumpers, and they're petrified. But then, when they get stuck in the snow, the Trump guy down the street doesn't hesitate to help dig the liberals out. The author, Larissa Phillips, says she slowly came to reject the political prejudice so common among my...
And that's the uncomfortable truth people don't want to face. Political prejudice isn't just real, it's socially acceptable, at least when it's aimed at conservatives. We've heard the stories. Brides cancelling weddings because their fiancé didn't post the right hashtag. Women bragging that they refuse to date Trumpers. It's like a bad romantic comedy written by Twitter activists, but love doesn't care about your ballot box. You can't legislate chemistry. And if your dating criteria starts with who'd you vote for, maybe you need less politics and more therapy. Maher said it perfectly. It's hard to care about politics when your neighbor's the one chasing down your runaway dog or digging your car out of a snowbank. When you know people, it's harder to dehumanize them. But we've stopped seeing people as individuals, now they're walking political billboards.
And that it's hard to care where someone stands on politics when they race to your house to save a dying lamb, when their wife helps search for your runaway dogs, and that she personally has been stunned by the depth of my neighbor's generosity. It's almost like there are fine people on both sides. And that human beings are complicated. If we're going to remain a viable society, there must be some things that transcend politics, like disaster relief and law enforcement and helping neighbors. And Christmas!
Now here's where it goes full crazy. A Yale psychiatrist, someone whose literal job is mental health, went on TV and said it's healthy to cut off family members if they voted for Trump. Because apparently nothing screams self-care like isolation and resentment. She even said family members aren't entitled to your time because that's just a societal norm. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't realize family was now optional, like a Netflix subscription.
Psychiatric resident at Yale University, Amanda Calhoun, recently told Joy Reid it's okay to cut off family members if they voted for Trump and tell them, I'm not going to be around you this holiday. Oh, how pure. It's like not letting certain people sit with you on the bus. She also said that it shouldn't be automatic that family members think they're entitled to your time. She said that's just a societal norm. Family. Who do they think they are? Family?
Imagine the pilgrims at the first Thanksgiving hearing that, yeah, we were gonna eat together, but Squanto's political takes were problematic. Look, politics is emotional. But when mental health professionals start endorsing tribalism, that's a bad sign. Their job is to calm people down, not encourage self-righteous isolation. If your therapist sounds like a political activist, maybe it's time for a new therapist.
Think about that. A mental health professional advising people to isolate during the holidays. And don't forget to drink too much and put on weight. And this Thanksgiving, before the big meal, remember to take turns saying what you're hateful about. You know who I really wouldn't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with? This overly educated, i.e. extremely stupid, ivory tower academic. But I would, because if we ever want this nation to heal, this is what we have to do. Force ourselves to reach out and find out why someone feels the way they do and make the choices they make without prejudging them a monster. And they must do the same for you.
Maher joked that if we want this nation to heal, we've got to sit down and talk. Not shout. Not cancel. Talk. Right now America feels like one giant dysfunctional group chat that's 2 texts away from total meltdown. Think about it. When was the last time you had a political disagreement without it devolving into a screaming match? And don't even get me started on the media. They pour gasoline on everything. Outrage pays. Calm conversations don't. If they spent half as much time telling the truth as they do inflaming people, family dinners wouldn't feel like hostage negotiations. Maher's message worked because it wasn't just political, it was human. Compassion shouldn't depend on agreement. We should be able to enjoy the season without turning it into a political purity test. What's next? Segregated Christmas trees, red lights for Republicans, blue for Democrats, Santa requiring a voting history before dropping off gifts.
I mean, seriously, whatever happened to, why can't we have the Christmas spirit all year round? Now it's, hey, it's Christmas time. Get the out of my house. I can't look at you. And while you're at it, go have your baby in the barn. I mean, can we have a little perspective? At the first Thanksgiving, the Indians somehow found it within themselves to sit down with the Pilgrims who were there to steal their land and slaughter them. And you're telling me you can't suck it up and watch the Fiesta Bowl with Uncle Cletus?
We've got to stop treating every disagreement like a national emergency. Society only works if people with different views can coexist. That doesn't mean pretending differences don't exist, it just means they shouldn't define everything. If your political identity is so fragile it can't survive Christmas dinner, maybe it's time to log off Twitter and touch some grass. Maher summed it up perfectly. Family isn't like gender, you can't fix it by cutting off members. Clip 9. Funny, but true. You can't cancel family just because they checked the wrong box. Isolation isn't progress. It's emotional immaturity disguised as moral superiority. Real growth comes from understanding, not avoidance. From challenging conversations, not echo chambers, and maybe, just maybe, we could all use a little bit of that first Thanksgiving energy. People with wildly different worldviews sitting down, breaking bread, and not killing each other. If they could survive that, you can survive Uncle Bob. So here's the challenge this holiday season. Put down the phone. Stop doom scrolling. Talk to your family about their lives, not their politics. Laugh. Eat too much. Argue about football instead of foreign policy. If someone says something you disagree with, breathe. It's not the apocalypse, because what this country really needs isn't more purity tests, it's more patience, more grace, more basic decency.
I get it, that for the Democrats, this was a brutal loss, but the plan to deal with it has to be something better than stay in a snit and take advantage of this magical time of year to cut people off. The Huffington Post has articles like, "My husband voted for Trump, so I'm canceling Thanksgiving and Christmas." Oh gee, not having to buy you a present, that'll teach him. But family isn't like gender. You can't fix it by cutting off members.
So yeah, Bill Maher was right. The woke left might be great at hashtags and outrage, but they're awful at handling holidays. Because the moment your political identity becomes more important than your ability to enjoy Christmas dinner, you've lost something far more valuable than any election. And honestly, that's the real war on Christmas, so let's bring back what the season's supposed to be about. Warmth, laughter, generosity, and yeah, a little forgiveness. If the Pilgrims and Native Americans could pull off Thanksgiving without canceling each other, you can survive one meal without turning it into a CNN segment. Drop your thoughts below. Are we too divided, or is there hope for unity? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with that one relative who needs a reminder that Christmas isn't a campaign rally. If we can laugh a little, listen a lot, and hold on to empathy, maybe, just maybe, we can start to heal.
There's even a trend now among liberal women of wearing blue bracelets to signal that they're Kamala voters and therefore safe to approach and talk to, because God forbid you fall into some checkout line chit-chat with, gasp, a Republican. And many young women are now also pledging never to have sex with any man who voted for Trump. Really? That's your big plan? Embargoing the